Hello, it's been a while since I did a video where Max talking to you guys. Huh? Well, we'll see if more comes out. So as y'all know, I recently got into a rap game, specifically nerdcore. Songs inspired by anime, cartoons, show, video game, movies, or even books. Just anything visual. But what you may not know is that the person who inspired me to do this is another nerdcore rapper named Rustage. And recently, he hit 1 million subscribers. Hooray! Good for him! Just so glad he got that much recognition. But I decided I should do something to celebrate. I mean, he did inspire me after all. So, what should I do? Do popular songs? Nah, that can get outdated pretty quickly. Ranking all of his songs? Yeah, I don't think I have to explain why. There. Oh, I got an idea. I'll just count down my pick for the top 5 best and worst Rustage songs. It's fun. But I'm gonna get over some rules first. First off, no ciphers since they don't really show off his skills well. I'm mainly focusing on stuff that shows his skills well. So like stuff with the UK trio is loud, or even just other people doing a versus chorus. Another thing is obvious, but I just say it, considering my choice for number 1 worst is pretty controversial. Purely suggestive. If your favorite Rustage song isn't on the best list, or on the worst list, remember, or is on the worst list, that's the word in the script. Then just remember it's my opinion. Thirdly, I'll be judging this based on 3 or 2 things. 1 is mixing, 2 is flow, and 3 is how well it fits the character. But 3, that's only if I actually know the character. There are some songs I like where I don't know the character that he's rapping about. Running in Blind, for example. I don't judge that on character, I just judge it based on how good the flow is. And before we start this, and that's all the rules, but I just want to say one more thing. When I say worse, I only mean bad for number 2 in 1 spot. Worse is so good that normally the worst he gets is that I enjoyed listening to, but wouldn't listen to again. And unless it just came on randomly. So I don't need to start things off with the best. I'm lighting up, bringing my best with the fighters up. Oh, 5th best is definitely Bolt. This was the first song of Rustage I ever listened to. And boy, was it an introduction. The mix is great, everything just blends together so perfectly. And that fucking bass drop after the 2nd and 3rd choruses has me dancing every time. As the world did an amazing job with it as well. I wouldn't expect a singing chorus for someone like Denki, but boy did it fit. It captures his enemy, determination, and recklessness, even the way he sings it. It gives us so much energy, it feels like he's just charging in. And Rustage the writing, every line feels like Denki. The way it's worded and how Rustage delivers it, and the flow is decent, yeah. The flow is just a bit sloppy on this one for me. The rank get higher than this. That just has some clue on this with it being the first song of Rustage I've ever listened to.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a cold-blooded, premeditated murder.
Fifth worst, Bloodstain. Now, I do like this song. There's a few things that keep me from constantly listening to it. First off, the issue a lot of Rush's song has lack of emotion. Rush's voice make it hard to convey emotion through the lyrics, which is always important in rap. Or else it just sounds like you're talking fast. But this problem is less apparent in more of his recent songs like Blood or Phantom, and Sanji vs. Monster Trio. Even then, most of the 2019 songs that had this problem didn't suffer. This one did. A lot of lyrics needed a bit more grit and emotion in it. Flows well, it's just a lack of emotion that suffered. He raps quietly, which can be annoying sometimes. Also, there's some lines where he's trying. Not like he's trying to put in emotion. You can tell. Man, that's
Why can't you be like All Might?
It would be a great line, but he tried to put too much emotion in it, but it just failed. I can get Stain has this creepy vibe to him, but he also is passionate about this, since he thinks he's better in the world. All lyrics fit Stain, and the mix is alright. It's just the lack of emotion that gets it here. Fourth best, Prince of the Saiyans. Now this is a badass song. One of the few 2019 songs that has some emotions in it. And the beat has this royal feeling that just gets you hyped for the song to start. Each bar feels like Vegeta. Well, except one, but I will get to that later. But he puts we actually put grit at the end of each bar. Sorry, I can't speak. And when he goes fast as his plant, it just feels like Vegeta isn't taking the opponent seriously. It does him so well. In the ending, the beat stops with the final words. It just feels awesome. That's the only way I can describe it. Same with the song. It's just an awesome song. But it has one flaw. Rustage says this.
I just think you all forgot I'm the Saiyan warrior that's overtaken Kakarot.
The line delivery is great, but it's just not true. And yeah, sometimes lines that aren't true can be good. Like the verse for Hercule in Game Boy Jones's Dragon Ball Cypher. But there is a difference. With Hercule, it fits in to brag about things he hasn't done. However, it doesn't fit Vegeta. Oh, don't get me wrong. He will definitely boast that he's stronger than Goku. But he wouldn't claim to beat him unless he actually did. That would just hurt his pride and dignity. But still, just an awesome song to listen to.
Call me the Prince of the Saiyans.
Fourth worst, Demon in the Mist. Not gonna lie, this is really because of Eddie's verse. Don't get me wrong, Rustage has some issues as well. The chorus is boring, and some of his lines just felt weird to me. But Eddie just made it up for his verse. At least, that's what I never heard. I got far into Naruto. There are some lines I know are fun.
Team 7 who is led by the white fang told me the destruction of the bridge will be cancelled.
Now, I've heard some about the lore, and I know that the White Fang is Kakashi's father, not Kakashi. Is there any of those people complaining no more about Naruto than me? I'll take your word for it. But it's still on the worst list since Rustage still did a decent job with his verse, and it's mainly Eddie's fault that it's not a good song.
What you gonna do when your jutsu's miss? Hit him with a water dragon, set it to abyss. Up against a true ninja of the mist.
Third best, Survive. God, this one made me cry. This shows how Rustage. I can't speak. I'm saying, this shows how great Rustage really can be conveying emotion. Started off simple and just sweet, explaining how Bond and Elaine met, showing how they love each other, and even the chorus shows that. Of course, if you know Seven Deadly Sins, that'll make you sad as well. For those who don't know Seven Deadly Sins and listen to the second verse, that's when Tear came true. Showing the demon attacking and Elaine sacrificing herself for Bond, and his anger at the demon for killing Elaine, and then the entire part after that part. What makes the rage part great is not the emotion, it's the switch. Throughout the song, Rustage was rapping into Bond with the talking Elaine. This time, he switched it up by rapping as Bond yelling at the demon. It worked perfectly. And it also introduced something new, a sad voice. Apparently during emotional raps, Rustage likes to use a different voice to convey heartache. Here, I'll show you an example.
No matter what it takes your love, you know I'll always steal it.
Works great. It's quick at the end of the verse, so while it does have an awful flow, it's quick enough to where it isn't an issue. But this is my favorite emotional rap that Rustage has made to this day. It's clear why. The perfect conveying of emotion, representing each lane, a soft and sweet voice for when he first met her, a panicky voice for the start of the demon attack, an angry voice for his true fight against the demon, and a sad voice for the ending. Third worst, Bleed. This is the one I like to leave about hating the song. First up, he's quiet throughout the whole song. Not only is it annoying as hell to listen to, but it stops him from conveying emotion. Toka is passionate about killing. There's more energy in delivery. She's just bouncy and fun, not a typical slasher villain. In fact, it's her bouncy nature that makes her unsettling. Just killing the happy to do it, and it's clear. In fact, happy to do it in entertainment, but I don't want to get demonetized, so if you know, you know. Now, this seems to be the same problem as Bloodstain, so why is it further away? Well, one thing Bloodstain has going for it is that at least you know we had experience and thought this was the way to go. But Daisy, the one doing the chorus, and someone who isn't in the music part of the YouTube, did a better job conveying emotions than Rustage, who had more experience. It does not make him look good. Now, I still enjoy it because, by knowing the Clyde voices and the lack of emotion, the flow is still good, so I enjoy listening to it, but it's definitely third worst for a reason.
I'm not done yet. What you
Second best, Dragon. This is, in my opinion, the most badass song Rustage has ever made. The chorus with the dragon drop just hits the ears just right. You know, the verses are short, they are awesome. I love them. He flexes so much. He just goes through this like a champ, and I love it. And remember when I said Princess Sane's beat had a royal beat that got you hyped? This one has a medieval type beat that gets you hyped. The horns are so fucking amazing. I love when it stops for the ad-lib. And the thing is, I wanted this song so much when it came out. The levels of the hype I have, just amazing. I can't find the right words to describe the song. If any of my fans want me to do a Megadeth, then I'm sorry. But with this out, I feel like there doesn't need to be another one. Feel free to make one, but it isn't likely that I will listen to it.
I am the demon king, you're not defeating me, call me the sin of the dragon. Feeling the fire, the dragon. I was so high like a dragon. One of the seven says I am prepared to win, banish the mark of the dragon. Bringing the fury, dragon. Now that you're facing a dragon. I am the demon king, you're not defeating me, call me the sin of the dragon. Feeling the fire, the dragon. I was so high like a dragon. One of the seven sins I am prepared to win, banish the mark of the dragon. You're seeing double, no going insane. Attacking with clothes with my weapon, lost vein. What can I say? There is a
Second worst, Sasuke rap. Now here we go on the ones I hate. A lot of people don't like this. Honestly, I just find it boring to listen to. But it just sounds like he's bored recording this. Except when he goes fast. And those parts are too quick for me to enjoy. Normally I like the repeat pitch of chords, but this one feels as boring as the rest of the song. I mean, not sag. Rest of the song. Shit! In fact, I have nothing else to say about this. This is just a boring song.
do what I want to. You may be shouting, but I can't respond to meaningless words. You're so absurd. Think I was stuck because of thoughts that you've clung to. I am not done, you coming right at me. Thought it was over when I killed Itachi, but it felt badly that he was actually working for Konoha, living in agony. I know I gotta be the one to end this. I am just a vessel full of vengeance, hoping that you quiver at my entrance. You will feel my fury is relentless. No, I bring hate with my presence, seeking vengeance. Now I've decided.
The best song Rush has ever done? Rock, paper, scissors. Yes! This is undeniably my favorite song Rush has ever made. It's perfectly captured Go's energy and delivery in lines. He feels strong and powerful. The ending part as well for the second verse. I know Rustage himself hates that part. Honestly, I love the emotion he has. I can tell Rustage had to blast this song. Each line felt bouncy and the beat's amazing. It's a fantastic song with fun flow and hype to beat. Did I mention Oswald killed it on the chorus again? Cause he did. Lyrics feel so natural. I can't get about the song enough. How can I stop? There's so much for me to love this song. It deserves this spot, and I'm glad to keep it here until Rustage can top it.
Rock, paper, scissors, go! Finding my father was my motivation.
And I personally think the worst song Rush has ever done is Whole. Oh boy, can't wait for the backlash on this one. Honestly, I was just disappointed with this one. Rush is normally so good with emotional songs. He had Zach on this. It had so much potential to be a god tier song. But while the chorus and Zach's verse were good, Rush's verse sucked. Mainly because he kept doing his ad voice for it. Remember when I said it was great at showing heartache while breaking the flow? Well, this song is the exact reason why it should be saved for the ending of the verse. I know Rush didn't think this, but this verse seems so half-assed that he was gonna let Zach carry the entire song. Again, I know Rush didn't do this. He was trying to convey the emotion correctly. The thing is, I don't get why he felt the You need to use his sad voice for the whole verse. There are plenty of other emotional songs that he did which show the emotion without the sad voice. Survive, love, split, stressed out, again, cold, and save the world. I just can't with this song. I can't stand it. No offense to Rustage, but God, this is awful. Keep saving the sad voices for the end of the verses. God.
When I started feeling numb, look up at what I've become. I used to be shunned, my father was second to none. I just wanna be who he was, I guess it was dumb. Pretending that I knew my mom, I wish I could've been a son, but I could've run. There's too much that needs to be done, but I'ma have to be the one. And so I would work for it, learn from mistakes that I never made. And that would've changed, it hurts more when you've been through the pain that I've had to face. Like every day I first swore, a promise I made. You would hear me say that I keep her safe, but couldn't when I know I should've. That's a promise that I never meant to break. I thought I would run out of reasons.
Anyway, that's my list. As you can tell, with only 2 songs out that I actually hate, I love Rustage, and I'm glad he hit the milestone of 1 million. I'm sure he's going to get better over time as well. What's your guys' favorite or least favorite Rustage song? Let me know in the comments below. See you all later!